welcome to the Divine Feminines podcast and channel. I'm your host, Steph Desart, and in today's episode, we are talking full moon in Gemini happening on Monday, the 27th of November, 2023. Before I get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe this channel with Divine Feminines on all major podcast platforms. That's Apple, Spotify, Google, and a ton of others. We're also on Instagram and TikTok, and you can find us with Divine Feminines with a Z at the end instead of an S. So why like and subscribe this channel? Well, there's everything for the guys and girls. I know we're called Divine Feminines, but that's just because I resonate with being one. But it's for everyone. It's about how we bring the balance of our feminine energy and our masculine energy together, how we manifest our best life, become our best self, soul growth, spirituality, and really working with moon cycles, because ancient civilizations always worked with the moon lunation and the cycle of the moon. And I don't know what happened in recent years and recent hundreds of years. It actually just did get oppressed, removed, and a lot of things that were the ancient traditions were being sidelined by the narrative and the agendas that serve certain leaders and rulers of this world to do how they want to do things and to control people. So I'm bringing it back to bringing more light, shedding more light on my life and how I do things, but how I'm just reconnecting to recalling what we're really about and how actually our ancestors had it right, and really reconnecting with all of that good stuff. So, full moon in Gemini, it's happening on Monday the 27th of November, 2023. Now, if you're in New York, Eastern time, it's 4:16 in the morning. If you are in London, it's 9:16 in the morning, AM. So, yeah. Full moon in Gemini. Now, I would recommend you go back 6 months. 6 months will tell you June, when the new moon in Gemini was, and what were you setting your intentions on? What was happening in June? There is a 6-month sort of culmination cycle close, and it's an opportunity to close out on things that are no longer serving you, naturally with new moon, full moon cycles. So this is the sort of tipping point where the moon is all full and you've just got to release. So anything that was happening in June, anything maybe you'd been manifesting, anything that might have not gone right, or learnings and things that you need to sort of close out. Maybe you started a project, maybe it's finished, maybe you've learned a lot from it, maybe there's a lot of maybes, but maybe there's a lot of insight that you gained. Actually, for me, I'd started a few new projects. It's very, around June times. And so now, actually, some of those projects they already came to their sort of fruition and their kind of closed cycle. But I learned a lot. But it doesn't mean, what I noticed is, it doesn't necessarily mean that because those projects or those little initiatives or what big initiatives, wherever they were, had reached a point of completion for what it was, it doesn't mean that I've reached a sort of a phase of, or a point of completion in terms of closing out that cycle and what I learned. And there was things that I learned that were really good, things that I learned that were kind of frustrating, things that I was like, oh, okay, I didn't think that this was going to happen. And so there's certain things that actually yesterday I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, there's some things I need to close out that were part of that cycle of those new projects. And so it's important for us to evaluate. Like, even if you did a work project, you do debriefs and how things went. Sometimes we move so fast that we forget to just take stock. We forget to learn the wisdom, learn the learnings, take heed of the learnings of what was there and what we need to take forward with us and what we need to release. And obviously, full moons can be very emotionally driven because the moon is our emotional state, our emotional being. And it's a point to let go of any resisting energies, any sort of heavy feelings as well, and allow that to sort of dissipate and disintegrate into the ether and sort of allow it to diffuse. So, there's going to be an apparent fact that the Gemini planet Mercury, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, is in a bit of a mess during this week. So it's making it a bit of a hard angle to the planet of confusion and deception, Neptune. Neptune's a bit of a elusive, don't know what's happening. It can make you think things. Neptune energy can definitely make you think things that are not actually happening, or something's being done and you start to see it for what it's not, but it promotes that energy, so it's more likely that you're being, it's deceiving you and it's illusionary. So just, add to the heightened emotions of what a new moon is. It might feel a little bit intense. You might feel a little bit of something doesn't seem right and stuff. So just ground, honestly ground, salt baths, declutter the home, be with yourself, set boundaries, just do a little bit of a full moon ritual, just do a bit of self-love. So there is this, cosmic sort of fuel to the cosmic fire, a celestial fuel kind of thing. It's just a bit of a combustion going on as that full moon takes place. And we've also got the planet of Mars, of anger and determination and drive and testosterone and blood and war, aligning with the sun. So it really is a pretty combustible combination. And so angry words might be heard, people might be frustrated, you might not notice it in you, but you might notice around you. So just keep boundaries, kind of don't overstep the mark, don't overgive to situations. If you are noticing that, actually just be a little bit more precautious. I'm not saying go away and hide out, but my rule of thumb is when it's a full moon, I don't really do much social activity. I try to make sure I'm keeping time for myself and just making sure I'm taking it easy and I'm kind of in my own zone. So I would recommend that you do that, because that will be really, really helpful. You can definitely, do a cleansing in the bath, in the shower, salt scrubs and all of that good stuff. But really, Gemini and the full moon, it's just asking you, Gemini is the ruler of, with Mercury, it's about ideas, it's about creativity, it's about, how we show up in the world, how we communicate, our social aspects. So there might be things that you are purging or wanting to release in terms of a social side of you, or things that no longer resonate, especially if you're going on that journey of spiritual awakening. There's people and things that you don't want to socialize or be around anymore, and you're really feeling called to just pull back. If you're a Gemini, and I've got loads of Geminis, shout out to my Geminis, like my Gemini sisters. I actually know, shout out to 3 Gemini sisters. You know who you are. One begins with an N, one begins with an F, and one begins with a T. I know all 3 of you are watching. It's crazy how I just get on so well with Geminis. Always made the best friends and great lovers too. But I know you 3 ladies watching, but any other of my Geminis watching, particularly, you guys are such loving, sociable beings, social butterflies. Everyone loves your attention, your time. You're so much fun to be around. I'm not saying the other zodiacs aren't, but Geminis in particular, but you guys really do need your rest and recharge. You give so much. You've got this element, I feel like, of a Cancer, because I'm a Cancer rising, and I give so much sometimes, and it can be a lot. But Geminis, I feel like they're a whole nother species of they give, but they're so sociable. It's in their social activity that they're giving. It's not like, I'm just giving you this cake and I'm making you this food. It's just their presence and being active and sociable. And they're so much fun and there's so much great vibes that it can be quite draining and depleting. There's only so much you can do with that, and you need to take a step back. Everyone wants to see you, everyone wants to hang out with you, everyone wants to go and do that creative project with you, everyone wants to go and maybe to the studio and do this and do that, and hey, should we go record that, and should we go watch this, oh, there's a party, oh, do you know that, blah, blah, blah. It can get so much. So Geminis, my Geminis particularly, take this time to chill. You might actually feel like, ugh, I am so done. I need to go into hibernation for a moment, just a moment. It's been intense. I know a lot of you have been working really hard. And to my non-Geminis, it's just that moment. And the Gemini part of your chart, mine's in my house 12, which is the things you don't really see. So it's might be quite subtle for me, but it might be more of my internal, it's going to be more of my internal world. But depending on where Gemini sits in your chart, that will be more prominent. It's a point for you to release and let go and just look at what might no longer serve and just get rest. Remember, we've had eclipses. It's been a heck of a year. It's been intense. Look, Mercury's direct. Mercury will go retrograde 13th of December. So yeah, that is coming up. So make the most of it. Make the most of it because it's a good time to call in all those blessings and to manifest. But we also need to rest. The saying goes, and it's not just the saying, it's so true. Your manifestation power and potential is a real reflection of how your mind, body, and soul is working. So you could be, and you have to be healthy in your body. So if there's only one part of you that's really good in one of those spaces and the rest isn't, you're not going to be at your full manifestation potentiality, right? So think about that. And then we will be moving into a new moon in Saggitarius. So going to be fiery, going to be fun. It's going to be Christmas time if some of you celebrate Christmas or the festive season. So there's a lot of that going on, and so just take a bit of time out. take some time out and chill and journal. And when you're journaling, don't forget to journal around forgiveness. What is it that you need to forgive? What do you need to forgive in yourself? Like, do you need to forgive in yourself that you just go out and do too much sometimes and yourself is just a bit tired of yourself overcommitting, doing things? Do you need to just forgive yourself for, you know, the times that you just didn't make time for yourself, and then just go, don't have a go at myself, but just know that I get it now and I need to pull back, and, you know, where I've been overgiving or where I've been giving so much and forgetting, because, like, you know, sometimes when we love, we forget that we need the love too, and we need to give ourselves the love as much as giving it to someone else. So us first. It's another reminder. It's an age-old thing, but it's so easy to get into it. I mean, I say it all the time, but I'm easily able to give the smiles to everyone else, but am I smiling for myself? I need to be smiling in that mirror and hugging myself and smiling and giving myself that, because I'm giving it to everyone else. What about me? And it sounds a bit crazy, but it's true. So I'm going to pull some cards anyway. These are the moon cards that I got out in the Queen of the Moon Oracle that I got out in Bali. Even though I've got a ton of cards at home, I have got, like, I don't know, 100 packs, and I don't even use half of them. But I was inspired, and I've been using them while I'm out here for some of the videos. So Spirit, highest and best messages for the Divine Feminines crew, soul tribe. What do we need to know on this full moon in Gemini, please? Oh, okay, balance. Well, I love that. Yep, so balance. What is it that you need to balance at this time? And just bring in, that's a number 19, so it rolls up to a 10, so it's completion. What else have we got here? So just finding some balance in whatever part of your life that's needed. Maybe you're doing too much in one space. Maybe it is too much socializing, too much work. Fruition, harvest moon. So that does look like a full moon. It's a 3 and a 7. Again, it's a 10. So that looks very fruitful, if fruit resonates for any of you. Things are coming to fruition, but you need to let go of anything that's bringing you out of balance. But the fruition card looks very abundant, looks very fertile. Some great stuff is coming your way. Boundaries, what did I say before? That one's definitely for me as well. Number 12, boundaries. And it could just be boundaries of how you're spending your time and what you're giving and where you're focusing your energy. It's sometimes not about relationships all the time. It's just how you're managing yourself in terms of where you're giving your focus and attention. This is a number 12, so it's a 3. She's in like this like bubble kind of thing. So sometimes, you know, just be mindful, because especially my Geminis that are out there interacting and always socializing, just protect your energy. You can absorb a lot of people's energy. I know I can easily without realizing. And so it can be quite draining after coming out of these big social meetings. And even if it's not a big social meeting, it could just be a meeting with a few people or interaction with a few people. You can easily absorb people's energies because of the spirit that you have. So, and the final one, we'll make this a final one, self-love. Well, this is perfect for full moon. So self-love, boundaries, balance. You get the self-love, the boundaries, and the balance in place. And then, you know, everything that you want comes to fruition. So I think that's a really clear message there. Don't think we can get any further with that one. Now, in terms of tarot, is there anything specific that we need to give as a message, whether it's love, work, or career, whatever resonates? I think there's a few cards coming out. We have the Ace of Cups. Woo, beautiful. We have the Ace of Cups. So there's an opportunity, love, emotionally fulfilling, cup coming your way. Something very, very beautiful is coming your way. Make sure you get the balance. Make sure it's overflowing, this cup. So, you know, can also talk about the fact that, you know, you need that self-love. You need that balance. You need to pour your cup. But there's a cup coming towards you. You're being offered a cup. So you don't have to be the one always offering. Remember that, right? So tell us more about this Ace of Cups, please, Spirit. Gosh, that's too much. Tell us more about this Ace of Cups. There's a few cards popping out, but I'm not pulling. It's like all over the place right now. Tell us more about this Ace of Cups. Okay, this one has come out a few times, and now where is it landed? All right, it's upright. It's the Page of Cups. It was flipping over and over. So the Page of Cups. So someone, there is a message, either a message, an offering, an emotional new start, beginning. It could be a job offer. It could be a romantic offer. It could be, do you want to go out on a date? It could be very, very meaningful. A lot of love I'm feeling in this. A lot of love. But even if it's a new project, it's something that really brings you joy to your heart and soul. That really, really, really just feels so good. So, so good. Oh, beautiful. The Queen of Cups. So whether that's you, now this could just be the energy and it could be a man or a woman, but there is a lot of love here. This is all Cups energy. This is Page of Cups, Queen of Cups. Now, you could be the Queen of Cups in this instance. We've got the Emperor on the back. So there, oh gosh, the Emperor, the Sun. Right, so there could be an Emperor in your life, Divine Masculine if you resonate with, or a boss figure that sees you as this Queen of Cups. It's always, always giving, and I did mention that. She's abundant, she's lovely, she gives a lot of love, but it's her time to receive a cup. It's her time to get this Ace of Cups, and there's a message or an offering or a suggestion. Do you want to go out? Can we have that catch up, that one-to-one, that meeting? And I want to talk to you about this new opportunity, this new direction. Could be a family meeting. It could be something like that. But with the Emperor, I'm getting Divine Masculine energy, so a Divine Masculine or a boss figure. So, so take what resonates. Anything else, Spirit? Wow, there's a lot there. I see the Lovers pop out, but there's too many cards. So I'm really picking up on something that's to do with a soulmate connection, to do with a high vibrational connection, a union, something that is going to be coming in. Oh, and then what pops out is the Queen of Wands. So whoever, whatever's going on here is you're in your element. You're being seen in your highest vibration. You have got it going on. You are beautiful. You are all that and some more, and a lot more, and a lot more. And at the bottom, we've got the Six of Wands and the Four of Swords in reverse. So somewhat you're getting recognized, whether that's at work, whether that's just like recognized in your community, whatever that looks like. You are getting success and recognition, and it's public, and you're really being appreciated and noticed, and it could be like after a time of real rest, or after this time I've said to just take some rest. And what else have we got? Anything more there, please, Spirit? And okay, so we've got Justice coming out, so there is a real karmic balance. We said balance. Something is really coming to balance, things falling into your favor, what you deserve, that is right. It could be to do with work. Again, this new offering, this new agreement, this new opportunity. The Five of Cups are in reverse, so the Two of Cups are upright. So there's something that could have happened that could have left you a bit sorrowful, but now you see the Two of Cups and you start to see all of this greatness that's coming through. So anything else? We've got two more. Wow, how beautiful. We've got the Five of Swords in reverse. This can be a mental energy where when it's upright, you're really in your head. You're just overthinking. It can also be like power struggles, mental battles with another, but it really is a lot of the time to do with the swords, the thinking energy, overthinking in your head, but it's in reverse. So you're starting to let go of that overthinking, again with that Five of Cups in reverse. So there's change, there's big change. I feel like I've said this before in a reading before. There's big change coming in with the fives, but you're overcoming all of that. And then what do we have here? The Ten of Cups. Guys, I can't tell you. Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, Ten of Cups. There's a lot of cups, cups. So just keep filling up your cup, because these 10 cups are coming your way. And this is emotional fulfillment. This is like real happiness and abundance in every sense of form. I'm not talking monetary. I'm talking, in every part of life, because it's not all about money. It's about fulfillment. It's about joy. It's about happiness. It's about feeling stable, feeling protected and supported and loved. All of that good stuff. So whether that's to do with work or to do with love, or even both in your situation, because there might be a bit of an overlap, who knows? There is something very, very beautiful, emotionally fulfilling coming in your direction. It is balance, it is justice, it is right for you. What I've got on the back, is the Seven of Swords and the Knight of Swords underneath. Seven of Swords can be something that's hidden. Someone's doing something behind I wouldn't say behind your back, but you just don't know what's really going on. But right behind is the Knight of, oh, sorry, not Knight of Swords, Knight of Wands. So there's some incoming fast energy. Someone very passionate could be Knight of Wands, or just really someone just wanting to take action, whether it's to do with this new project at work, this new opportunity. It's like, no, need to snap up so-and-so because I want them on this project, or I want them to be doing this new role or taking on this new thing. So, yeah, I am going to pack up these cards. I need to skip, hop, and skedaddle out of here, but I'm sending the most love, light, and peace to you guys. Take care until the next time. Happy full moon in Gemini.